Hello, welcome back to the Auto Alex channel and welcome back to Tom Lenthal Limited, and next to me, Mr. Tom Lenthal. The reason that we are here is, as you can see, we've got Big Pete that we bought for £3,000. And Tom, my new unit, our new unit, is only 15 minutes away from you. So we thought, why don't we bring Big Pete here to have a proper check over by the experts, because we are practically neighbours. That's cool, isn't it?
I can't believe he's moved that close to me.
It's good though, isn't it? Yeah?
Well,
it's exciting.
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
You're happy though?
I'm over the moon, Alex, that you are in my vicinity. You're in striking distance.
Indeed I am, indeed I am. So as I said, the plan today is we're going to get Big Pete on a ramp that doesn't fall over. And then we're going to have a proper look underneath.
Yep.
And Tom has also very kindly said that he's going to give Big Pete a full restoration today. So happy days.
Yeah, we've got some hand paint and bits and pieces like that.
Before we bring Big Pete into your unit and have a look underneath, £3,000, 2.7 V6, what are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts are, I think these are amazing cars, but in my general experience, when you buy them at that level, they need a few quid spending on them. So you've got to put a bit of commitment in, but in actual fact, a really good, well-sorted one is an amazing car, even with high mileage on it. We've got customers with 250,000 miles on these cars, and they're still driving them today, and they're using them as workhorses, and they're really good, and they're really happy with them.
Happy days. That's always a good starting point.
Yeah.
But the proof is in the pudding. Let's get Big Pete inside and get him on a ramp, and then Tom can give him a proper good going over. Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Happy days. Let's do it. He's also hungover because it was your birthday.
It was my birthday a couple of days ago. I may have abused myself slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert clip.
Come on! Come on! No, do not show that clip.
Right, so as you can see, Big Pete is now on the ramp, and Tom, you're gonna talk me through the good, the bad, and probably the ugly underneath when we get to it. But first impressions, bodywork, what are you seeing?
I've got to be honest, externally, I think the car looks quite good. You know, it's got no major dents in it, etc. It looks like a well cared for car, which is always a good starting point. There's a few little minor things. The headlights could do with a bit of a polish because they've dulled down, they get sandblasted. As you rightly pointed out, the lettering on where it says Land Rover on the front, they're different colours. Yeah. So don't quite know what that's all about. But
no, it looks like an eBay special, doesn't it?
It does, but you know, I'm going to call that a very minor thing. You know, it's so yeah. I think externally, it's really good. The tow bar we just pointed out is not a fixed tow bar. And if you're going to tow a lot of weight with one of these, you really need a fixed tow bar, not a detachable one. So
if I, for example, were to be towing a Mercedes S600, which is 2.2 tons.
Yes.
Is that a good tow bar for it?
No, it's a bad tow bar.
Okay, so don't do as I do, do as Tom says.
So you need to get a fixed tow bar for anything over, I think it's 1,100 kilos, but I'd have to double check.
Do you have one on the shelf?
No, I fitted one about 3 weeks ago to another client's car.
Okay, are they expensive?
It wasn't actually, no, because the electrics are all there. Okay. The detachable tow bar is actually really expensive to buy the insert, but a fixed one, I think it's a couple of £100.
Happy days. Put it on the list.
Yeah, and it is a 20-minute job to fit it as well.
Excellent. Oh, I do like a 20-minute job.
Yeah, exactly. So do we. So yeah, so the outside of the car we're quite happy with. You know, there's no major issues, and yeah, I think, you know, you've done well in that respect.
As you can see, Big Pete is looking like a very good buy so far. And because that's rare for me, I want to crack open a beer to celebrate.
And thanks to this week's awesome video sponsor, Beer 52, I and you can do exactly that with some free, new and exclusive beers from one of the best UK breweries.
That's because Beer 52 and beer legends Siren Brewery have collaborated to offer you 8 exclusive beers. And like I said, they're absolutely free. All you need to do is go to www.beer52.com/AutoAlex and cover just £5.95 postage to receive your free case. Doing this makes you a member member of the UK's #1 beer club, but there's no minimum commitment and you can pause or cancel at any time.
Which you won't have to do, because if you're a beer lover like me, you'll be happy to know that Beer 52 carefully curates a new case each month to showcase the very best craft beer and independent breweries.
This month's Siren Brewery collab features one of my favourite IPAs, Active Deadline Mode, that's punchy, tropical and...
Oh, that is good.
If you don't like dark beer, there's a light case too, and you also get a couple of tasty snacks included in your Beer 52 delivery. Also included is a copy of the award-winning Ferment magazine, where you can learn about Siren's story and the fantastic breweries they've collaborated with.
Even if after all of that you're still unsatisfied, you can cancel or pause at any time. So go to www.beer52.com/AutoAlex to get your free case now. That is www.beer52.com/AutoAlex. Cheers.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, you will have seen that Taylor, Rory and I actually crawled around the inside of the car. Ow! We know that's pretty much all good. The parking brake is on, the lights flashing and stuff like that. So we don't need to go over that again. We have your lift. It's not going to fall over.
No, this one's bolted to the floor.
This is actually bolted to the floor, which is refreshing to see. So should we get Big Pete up?
Yeah, let's have a look.
How bad can it be?
I love the fact that you get pleasure out of buying bad cars.
It makes for YouTube gold.
Right, okay, so we started at the rear of the car. So what we're initially pointing out is the hub bushes on the lower and upper part of the hub assembly. The bushes have excessive play, particularly on the driver's side. You're not really going to see it like that.
Wait. Oh.
Let's see, now you've got dirty hands and achieved nothing. Take my word for it, there is excessive play in this bush here and the upper one at the top of the hub. What that will do is promote tyre wear, etc., etc. Okay, it's not necessarily the sort of thing that you'll always pick up on an MOT, because you've got to put quite a bit of effort into moving it, as you've just found out. The next problem is the differential. And this is, we don't need to move anything to do this. You can clearly see that that's leaking. And there is, it's the output shaft seal on this side. Oil's coming down. You know, obviously, when the diff runs out of oil, that's when it gets really bad.
20-minute job to fix?
Nah, it's a little bit more than a 20-minute job. So you have two options with that. You can go with the total loss system, where you just keep topping it up. Okay, or you can actually fix the leak.
Okay.
So it depends how much oil you want all over your nice, shiny new unit.
Tom, you can actually fix the leak, so we'll.
Yeah, we can fix the leak. I think that
we will.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Near, side, rear, upper and lower arm inner bushes have play. So we're referring to this arm here. There's play in these bushes here and here. And then what we tend to do with these is we tend to cut the bolts out because the bolts are always seized in. And then we replace all the bolts and just replace the whole lower arm. You can buy them from various aftermarket companies, and they're not actually too much money. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can buy for this car, which you would think would be a ton of money when you took a massive part, and they're actually not as bad as you might think. Right, tyres, the tyres are getting a little bit low in places, but tyres are tyres, that's just a serviceable item. I'm gonna go forward slightly now. Look, as we move underneath the vehicle, you can see that this is where the fuel tank is, and this is your fuel tank mounting plate, which is quite corroded, and it's not unusual for us to change those actually. Although this one does look quite corroded, it's actually hanging in there, it's all right. Other areas of corrosion, this is always a red hot favourite. This is the air suspension reservoir, and you can see it's a little bit flaky, and they rot through and then they get holes in them, and then you have to replace them. So although this one isn't holed at the moment, it's well into its life,
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily overly worry about it until it does rupture.
Yeah. Give it a wire brush and wax oil.
Yeah, definitely. Look, if you can get a bit more life out of it, why not?
Yeah.
And that's something simple and easy you can do. We do have a lot of customers that get us to do these and the chassis legs and stuff like that, and we've painted some protection over them. Other things that we noted, and I'll probably just see if I grab a torch here, 1 second.
As long as you're not bringing a rust hammer or a rust
There may be a minor bit of corrosion up here.
Oh, Christ.
So you can see that up in there.
Yeah.
That is actually your side step mount here.
Is that good?
That's not actually.
Is that bolted in?
No, it's rusted away. There is no bolts left there. I would say that's hanging in there. I wouldn't recommend standing on that.
I have to,
You have
otherwise
to
I can't
stand.
get
You
in and
can't
out of
get
the
in.
car.
Yeah.
And he has put on a lot of weight recently.
I have.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's married life, see?
You can see
That's-
you can see my gut through my lovely new Auto Alex jumper, which will be available soon.
But look, again, side steps aren't particularly massively expensive.
I think we were saying though we're just going to get rid of it. Just sounds like faff
Yeah, yeah.
that I
Look,
can't afford.
do you need them? No, you do not.
No, not really, not really. I'll just bring my little step ladder or my little footstool and just.
Hop in.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Rather unbelievably, we've got what looks like a relatively new prop shaft.
Yes.
And you can see that it's still got a fresh sticker on it, etc., etc. But I don't know if you can see that. The centre bearing for the prop shaft has gone.
Yeah.
So there's a bearing up in here which supports the prop before it goes down to the diff. And then you'll get a vibration and a knocking noise and stuff like that. And that's quite bad.
That's not good.
No, that's not good. That really needs doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so we definitely need to do something about the prop shaft.
Yeah.
That's an issue. We've got a little bit of a leak from the gearbox sump pan, but the good news is the sump pan is not an original sump pan, which means the vehicle has had a gearbox service in its life.
Happy days.
Up the front end here, we've got a track rod end gone, which is no real big deal. That's a serviceable item. But I've also got written down here, offside front wheel bearing, excessive play.
It says here.
I didn't know my staff knew how to spell that.
He's very sweary. This one.
I do apologise.
to be fair, it does say FUKT.
Does it? Ah, right, yeah.
Shall we actually get the car down and then we can demonstrate how FUCKT that actually is? All right. Do you want to have a little? Oh. So that's not a good
Actually,
noise.
do you know what? See the movement in this, which is where the bearing is attached to, and it's just,
Yeah.
there's just excessive play in there. So yeah, that's a pretty warm bearing. That's the playing, that's too much. So, but still, even though all of the things that we've pointed out underneath here, you know, I for the money you've paid, I'd be happy to have bought this car for that kind of money.
So the things that we need to deal with imminently: wheel bearing and prop
Wheel
shaft.
bearing, prop shaft. The only other thing we do need to look at is the handbrake.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, or parking brake rather.
Because that's really annoying because it flashes.
Yeah. So we're going to stick the computer on it in a minute and have a look at that and see what we reckon on that.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Happy days. But yeah, overall, you're happy.
Yeah. I think you've done it right. Yeah.
There we go. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Right, so this is Callum, who's been working on the parking brake issue, and you think you've solved it, right?
Yeah, potentially. It's obviously we've confined it down to this corner, and there's a little cable pull inside on the shoe that's come out. I've just reseated it and now it's working.
Yeah.
It's just seized, so currently it's off. Obviously you can't move it, so
Yeah.
it's just pulled it and stuck in that position. So if we free off the shoes, shove it down, free it off.
Happy days. And you tested it out just now when you pulled the lever and depressed the lever again.
Yeah.
There wasn't a flashing light.
No, that's it. So you can see that it's applied.
Yeah.
It's just not releasing
Yeah.
where it's seized on.
So the actuator is good.
Yeah, that's all good.
Oh,
Saves a bit of penance.
we like him. We like him, don't we? Well done. Maybe we should take Callum with us on road trips.
can sit
Well,
in the rear seat.
I'm expensive.
Are you? We'll give you 20 quid a day. Hold out your hand.
Going to Mackey's in there.
Oh, all right. But no chips though.
Oh,
We need you on top form.
I'll do it for 15.
Oh shit, okay, we got 15, we got 25 in a Mackie. 15, 25. So funnily enough, Tom, this is actually my first time driving this car without towing or doing anything. God, the air suspension is just sublime, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is so
I mean, they're
good.
big speed humps you're going over there.
They are massive,
Yeah.
yeah. Very quiet in here, feels very safe. It obviously feels tank-like because it is huge.
A lot of them get used as family cars, as well as, you know, local guys have got farms and stuff and they
Yeah.
use them as farm vehicles. They're just so multi-purpose.
And on a run, you can get 36, 37 mpg,
Yeah.
which I think is incredible, considering the weight, the size, the shape.
It's a big vehicle. We shouldn't be returning that, should it?
No,
You know.
it has no right doing that. It's nice. It's a car you jump in and you just want to just drive it slowly and cruise and just be comfortable. Just not get stressed. Just got one arm on the armrest here and it's just very chilled.
What you've got to remember is what you save with that excellent fuel economy, you probably will spend in repairs.
Yes. Yes.
I know you like a BMW, don't you?
I am a big BMW fan. Yeah, I can't deny it.
See, so
Yeah.
from a driving point of view, etc.,
Yeah.
Discovery 3 or X5?
Purely for driver entertainment or driver fun, it's got to be the X5 because it does feel more planted, way less
Yeah.
wallowy. Turning is nicer, sharper.
Yeah.
It's more of a driver's car.
Yeah.
But for long distances and slogs and towing, it's got to be the Disco every single time. Yeah. But Tom, overall though, I keep on going back to the price. £3,000 for this car, I think, is phenomenal value. And you've had a proper look around it.
Yeah.
What? Give me a score out of 10 for that kind of money that I've paid.
Considering what you've paid, I think you're 7.5, 8 out of 10
Nice.
in terms of good purchases.
And that's considering all the things that need doing as well.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I don't care what anyone says, a well-sorted one of these is 7, 8, 10 grand.
Yeah.
Even with a high mileage one. And people will buy those cars because they know what it costs to sort them out.
Well, Tom, I'm glad that you're happy with my purchase.
Yeah, I think
And yeah, I am actually really, really happy with this as well.
Yeah.
I never really considered a Disco 3. When I thought crew car, I thought good space,
yeah.
reliable, economical, and in my mind, I was thinking something like a Skoda Superb Estate, if I'm honest. And then my mind was quickly changed. Right, so Tom and his team have had a proper crawl around and inside Big Pete, don't make it weird. And you've got a nice big list of stuff that we need to get sorted on Big Pete and some prices as well, because I mean, remember we bought this car for £3,000, which is quite cheap.
It is good, yeah. Good
I
value
had
for
a
money.
budget of 5,000, so I'm hoping that to make this car good, it would be around that mark. But
Yeah.
you're probably going to tell me that I'm dreaming.
You've thrown a couple of extra things into the mix, haven't you, see? Because when we were talking earlier, you neglected to mention about the fact that it needed front and rear timing belt.
Yeah.
And that's, not a 5-minute job.
Shall we just stick with the front one though? Because the rear one only runs the fuel pump, isn't it?
The rear one runs the fuel pump only,
Yeah.
If the belt was to snap, the worst thing that's going to happen is you come to a stop. There is also a couple of cowlings behind there which can get damaged, but that again it's not devastating. It's not going to break the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people do opt for doing just a timing belt on the front.
Yep.
Strictly speaking, you should do the rear as well, and we
Yep.
do recommend it.
Yep.
That is the correct thing to do. However, budget is always a consideration.
And I'm a cheapskate, so.
Yeah. So I know which direction you're already going to go in.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the crew car
Oh, for crying out
we will
loud.
need to be the most reliable thing to drive across to Italy, Tom. So say we were out in Italy and the rear timing belt snapped.
Will
That's
you-
bad.
That would be bad.
Would you
yes.
come out?
Yeah, I would actually if you're paying.
Perfect. Oh, Christ. All right, let's go for the price with both then.
Yeah.
Let's go for the price. So talk us through individually.
Right. Okay. So we might as well start with the timing belt. So I do actually break them down into individuals.
Yeah.
Front timing belt is £591, and that's also with the 2 additional idlers. There's 2 additional idlers on the front, and we always recommend that you change them, and they're about £120 in themselves.
Okay.
So because what's the point in changing a belt and leaving old idlers on there?
Yeah,
you don't
indeed.
get it. It doesn't come in the kit.
All right.
So anyway, rear belt $315.
Okay.
So it's a big chunk just
Yeah.
in that.
That's half of the budget that I want to spend getting this tied up.
Yeah, it's
Right
not
there.
quite half.
That's pretty much there, isn't it?
Can you do maths?
I was in bottom set, actually. I was really bad at maths.
Were you?
I was more drama. I'm very dramatic. Wait.
Going over to the essential stuff. So to me, as we spoke earlier, the most important thing we need to do is the prop shaft. And the prop shaft, so I've given 2 prices here. Yeah. £774.46 for a genuine prop shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an aftermarket one is £440.
Okay.
All right.
440 it is.
Yeah, I did think you might go in that direction. You've been lucky today that we managed to have a quick look at the handbrake.
Yep.
And that was actually a simple fix and didn't take us very long. That would be a £100 fix in today's world.
Okay.
It's all right.
But in now's world, it was a no £8 fix.
Was it really?
Because we're friends and I'm getting it on the trade. Apparently that works. If you want to get a good price, just say, what's the trade price, mate?
It's trade price. So I say it's exactly the same price as the retail price there.
Okay. And then I walk away with the tail between my legs.
The other thing was the front wheel bearing.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
again,
bad.
the front wheel bearing really needs doing. So again, retail price with genuine components, £510.74.
Is that including labour?
That's labour, VAT, the whole lot.
yeah.
All these prices are fitted,
Yeah.
done,
Okay.
dusted, right? Using an aftermarket quality product,
Yeah.
not a cheap product, but a quality one, is 330 quid.
Okay. That's more palatable.
There's certain things that I group the prices together. So as an example, offside rear bearings, bushes, and the diff leak I would do as one complete job because they're all, you know, you're taking it apart, that area's coming to bits, that'd be 358 quid. This is the one you're not gonna like. If I was to do the near side bushes that we were referring to, and all of the lower arms, etc., on the rear, that comes out at a whopping £963 with all of the components.
My heart.
Yeah, I know, it hurts.
Yeah.
So, you know, but again, you know, the car will be absolutely fine. It's not going to fall apart. But in an ideal world, you know, if you wanted a perfect discovery free, you know, you would be going down the route of doing all this sort of stuff. But it's got an MOT, it's got this, you know, it's not going to fall apart. And really, for the essential sort of stuff, that was about it. Other than the steering rack, we did mention has got a little bit of play in it. And again, track rod ends is 234 quid.
Okay.
So that's actually not too bad. So I think that's worth doing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's not
So,
bad,
yes, is there a bit of money to spend? Am I going to spend all of your £2,000? Yeah, probably that and a little bit more, but not devastating. So, you know,
Okay.
I figure so. I still think it's a good result, Alex.
All right, so £2,000. Let's get it done. Cheers, Tom. That's the trade price right there.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, it's legally binding.
And so, off.
All right, well, Tom, thank you very much for spending time looking at Big Pete, looking over Big Pete. And a reminder to anyone here, if you've got a Jaguar or a Land Rover, and if it is broken, which it is because you own a Jaguar or Land Rover, come to Tom Lenthal Limited because, what you don't know isn't worth knowing. Anyway, from me, from Tom and his team here, thank you very much for watching. Also, you have a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, we just started one, actually. Yeah.
What's that called?
It's called Tom Lenthal's Workshop. There you go. So you put me on the spot. I didn't know you was going to ask me that.
There you go.
And I have to think about that.
So go check that out if you want to see the inner workings of a workshop like this. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe and have a great weekend. From Big Pete, Tom and his team and I. We'll see you soon. All right? 1,500 quid though, right? Yeah. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.